Medicare Mark on the air, covering a wide range of insights. Medicare Mark offers high value for anyone seeking practical and reliable information, guidance on all things Medicare. You don't want to miss it. Hear from your local Medicare specialist at 12:30 p.m. on the second Monday of each month, right here on AM 1460 WVOX Radio.
Be sure to listen to 1460 WVOX every other Wednesday at 5 p.m. for Divorce Dialogues with Catherine Miller. Catherine invites you to join her as she interviews guests. Wait, no. I saw Shaft when I was 8.
Yeah.
Divorce. That's Divorce Dialogues with Catherine Miller, an attorney specializing in family law at the Miller Law Group in Shell. Listen every other Wednesday at 5
We have to bring you into the conversation, Gerald. We have to bring you into the conversation.
Yeah, Boomerang was a good movie.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm gonna have to make some. I'm gonna have to talk about that when we come back from break.
Yeah.
Because he reminded me about Halle Berry. That's like Halle Berry's breakout role.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Here with Rich Thomas. Oh, no, I thought it was Jungle Fever.
Boomerang.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Rich Thomas, former mayor of Mount Vernon. You listen to What Happened Here. We're here every Wednesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. asking the question, what happened here with a particular situation or issue or an event? And this week we have a very special guest, Assibey Blake. He is a multifaceted actor who's known for his passion for dramatic roles, improvisation, comedy, appearing in Law and Order, Ghost Power, but also really showing up on the marketing scene, leading some real trend-setting developments over time in the hip hop industry and creating his own fashion brand called Soldy Sport Sheet. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But before we went to break, we were chatting up about the toxicity a little bit in politics. We know that it is toxic politics that's out there, and we were just hitting on the fact that we want to make sure that everybody finds their calmer spirits to get through things. But before we go on, I just want to make sure people know if you have a question about wanting to start a business, build your brand, how Asibe navigated some real challenges, coming from a complete outsider, but finding and carving his way to become a real figure inside the entertainment industry. Call in at 914-636-0110. Again, that's 914-636-0110. And we're here on 1460 on your AM dial and worldwide at WVOX.com asking the question, Asibe, so what happened next? We got you with Watkins, and you realize that he was the icon he is, but what happened next? Watkins said, "Take that, tell us."
Well, definitely.
Hmm.
But
Now, for people that don't know who Patrice Lumumba is, you just gotta name drop a little bit lighter next time. But go ahead, tell everybody who that is.
I always equated to something with
One of the founding fathers, and that's what we're going to talk about when we come back from break. We're going to talk about, one of the how Assibey Blake has been doing big things from the United States to Africa and bringing it right to you on 1460. Don't change that dial. Wow.
News. Here's the latest update from AP News on 1460 WVOX. I'm Ed Donahue with AP News. Wall Street investors are cheering encouraging inflation news. Inflation reached its lowest point since early 2021, 3% last month compared to a year earlier. Stocks are higher. This is Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. This is one thing: more money in people's pockets, greater financial security, an affirmation that Democrats' agenda is working. Even with better than expected inflation data, the Fed is considered all but sure to boost its benchmark interest rate when it meets in 2 weeks. Severe flooding is impacting Senator Bernie Sanders' state, Vermont. So we are now living through the worst natural disaster to impact the state of Vermont since 1927. Floodwaters receded in Vermont cities and towns, pummeled by a storm that delivered 2 months of rain in 2 days. Flood damage is expected to be substantial. I'm Ed Donahue. At Lowe's, we're always bringing pros more ways to save. Right now, get up to 40% off select bathroom faucets and vanities. Plus, buy Southwire Romex Simple 12-gauge indoor wire on our everyday low price of $109. Head to your local Lowe's or visit us at Lowe's.com for more deals you can't beat. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. About 7/6 to 7/12. While supplies last. Select vary by location. U.S. only. Right now at Wendy's, when you buy either a single spicy chicken sandwich, medium frosty, or cheese nuggets, you can get another for just $1. Your dollar never tasted so good. So it's obvious what everyone will get, right? Spicy chicken sandwich, Dave Nickel, and a frosty for me, and a frosty. Okay, who said frosty and a frosty? Make your obvious choice. Choose wise. Choose Wendy's. Buy one, get one for $1. Good time only. Price rates may vary. Less Wendy's valid for items equal or lesser value. Can also apply to the combo or any other offer. And now with your latest up-to-date forecast, here's Steve Pelletieri's Eye on Weather on 1460 WVOX. Updated by the forecast for your Wednesday afternoon, plenty of sunshine, but warm 95. Tonight, partly cloudy down to about 72. Thursday's looking sunny to start, partly sunny in the afternoon, highs near 90, and a 20% chance of a late day shower or thunder shower. A better chance of showers and thunderstorms at night as the probability increases to 60%, with nighttime lows go low to mid-70s. Showers and thunderstorms are also possible on Friday. High temperatures for the day in the mid-80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Pelletieri for 1460 WVOX, a windy global media station. Hometown radio for you and yours, so one and only one. 1460 WVOX. 1460 WVOX. And now back to What Happened Here with Rich Thomas, the former mayor of Mount Vernon, on 1460 WVOX.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Rich Thomas, former mayor of Mount Vernon. You're listening to What Happened Here on 1460 on your AM dial or worldwide at WVOX.com. And we're here every Wednesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. asking the question, what happened here with a particular situation, an event? We're not going to ask a question about what happened at NATO, what's going on over there. We just know that we want to see the world a more happier place. And before we went to break, we were talking with our special guest, Assibey Blake, who is a multifaceted actor who's known for his passion for dramatic roles, appearing in, Law and Order, Ghost, Power, and so many other pieces, all inspired by the Oscar-worthy Boomerang. We know Boomerang deserves an Oscar because that's history right there. I was talking with Gerald, who's behind the engineering board at Seabay, and he had a point to make about his first film when he was 8, and I can tell you right now that I'm gonna let Gerald say it, but I think Boomerang should be best known for Halle Berry's breakout role. But we'll talk about that in a moment. But go ahead, Gerald.
But that's nothing. When I was 8, I saw Shaft.
Talk about talk about get down.
That's right. Shaft. I say no more.
That's why the ratings were created. It was like, wait a minute, what did we just do?
Still do theater.
Man, changed my perspective about that for
I'm telling you, man, you would have been a superhero then. You'd been a little bit different.
man. I
And
would have
coffee. And coffee, by the way.
On the Shaft train, my brothers appeared in the remake with Samuel Jackson. They're like the guys that got on the hood. They're like, yo, Shaft, yo, man, come on. So my brothers were extras in the movie. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, me to be a part
Yeah,
of
man.
man, and
And your part in putting together Lumumba's celebration. Now, you just got to let everybody know where that came about because that was like the precursor to meeting and connecting with the creator of Soldi Sporchi. So, and for those that are listening and don't know, we're on the line with Asibe Blake, talking about his journey in acting, becoming a timeless figure on multiple different shows, but also his success as a brand marketer and in the hip hop fashion industry. You're going to talk a little bit about, we're getting to that point of how he got into Solely Sporty, and it started with a celebration of life, the 51st anniversary of Lumumba, who is we would call like a founding father of the new Africa, trying to help Africa get its fundamental human rights together. And so you were putting that celebration together. Tell us about that.
yeah. So I got to meet with his children as well, private trees, but and as somebody also from Africa and a first generation, we understood those challenges because granted, it sounds very American, but when I go home, it's very African.
Mm.
So you're living this like double life
Like
that people don't really know.
you're like from Wakanda, but everybody don't recognize it until they check your creds.
Same, we all have, but you don't really come home, come to my house, they see you back, like, oh, this is your name. You were born in the 80s, so
You
so
you authentic.
yeah, oh, I'm very authentic. I think out of everybody in my family, I'm the only one who speak like this, completely with an English accent.
And
You
transition
know,
back. And that's a
yeah, yeah,
talent. That's a
yeah.
true talent. And I hope to see it on the next big Netflix, docu-series or Netflix or whatever big series that's going to be coming out because we know I'm trying to figure out, is Netflix even a real person? Because I feel like they're, between them and Meta, I just feel like these tech companies are becoming less personal. I mean, I'm probably late to that observation, but I just feel like, who's there? Hopefully they are listening. Hopefully Netflix can connect with you on making sure that they bring you up. You know. Being able to get the opportunity, which, which was a great opportunity. Forever grateful for that. But then that's what I got to with. And tell me about that because that's where, a lot of the influences come from. I mean, CK's song is probably one of the most, biggest hits coming from Africa, West Africa to the United States, and some of the music that's coming from Africa and the fashion that's coming along with it is exactly what's fueling this demand. And I just wanna point out to people that are listening, or you're listening to Assibey Blake, who is an actor, brand marketer. Um, Telling us about his journey into hip hop and fashion and how he was able to, bring this brand from Africa into the United States. And, a lot of the stuff is already sold out. And this is where I just want to invite everybody to check out Soldi Sporchi. The website is SOLDI-SPORCHI.com. Soldi dash Sporchi. So go ahead, Sibe, tell us a little bit more about Lux and his artistic approach to creating fashion and how you two kind of have been bringing this to market. Sure, sure. So, and I
Food grows from the dirt. Flowers grow from the dirt. The growth that who came from humble beginnings, he grew this brand. So it has good, that's a strong base because the people that got cooking from the dirt as we were born from grew this brand. And I love where he was going with it. See what you want to put people get involved. You know,
And
it's culminating.
when you look at, the designs, it invokes a lot of different elements from, you know, the print that you see on traditional, African or Ghanaian wardrobes to imagery of, you know, different types of animals that have
Yeah.
different spiritual and strength meanings. And then you also have, some other asymmetric approaches to, put more common designs and images like the hearts on the jeans. These
Yeah.
are all things that again, you know, for people that are used to only shopping in um, a more, let's just say, Kmart style, right? I'm going to say
Yeah.
Kmart because Kmart's just about out of business. But if your fashion, is based on a Kmart approach, which fine. Like I'm wearing just a pink Tommy polo and some Tommy shorts, but the Tommy Hilfiger brand because it's been around, it's been socialized, it's become a part of let's say a golfing culture or boating culture. That's Nautica. So, but the hip hop culture is definitely one that has grown in influence and power. You can look at Jay-Z's rise to owning the Barclay, piece of the Barclays and piece of the Brooklyn Nets, Live Nation, and even now bidding to put a casino in Manhattan. So the role and influence of hip hop has really truly grown and outsized many expectations, and to now have the another influence coming from the motherland,
Yeah.
having some creators connect at one of the founding fathers of New Africa,
Yeah.
Lumumba's celebration. It goes to show you the depth and how rich the culture is, and what's being brought over is not something that's just a fly by night. This is centuries in the making. So don't change that dial. When we get back from break, we're gonna take some calls, take some questions, and we'll be talking back with you on what happened here with Mayor Thomas and the CB Blake.
OX.
Okay, girls, ready to go? Yeah. Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mom. You want a snack? Yeah. Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
I can't open this. All right, hold on 1 second. Okay. Take care. Thank
They
you.
learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you
Don't be a
raising?
distracted
Funded by the
driver.
Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
The nicest two people on the radio, Dennis, nasty, Tommy, vicious. Good morning, Westchester. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, right here on 1460 WVOX. 1460 WVOX.
And now back to What Happened Here with Rich Thomas, the former mayor of Mount Vernon, on 1460 WVOX.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You're listening to What Happened Here on 1460 on your AM dial or worldwide on WVOX.com. Now, on the line is Assibey Blake. He is an actor, he's a brand marketer, and he is firm in entertainment and culture. If you like to call in and talk about some of your aspirations to starting a business and some of the dynamics that you heard Asibe address, definitely call in at 914-636-0110. Again, that's 914-636-0110. And before we went to break, Asibe, we were, making the observation of, the connection that was made and how you were able to bring the brand and the designer Lux of Sol de Sporchi to the United States, and the reception has been, tremendous from what can be seen. And I just want to, if you want to share with people the website, and if you can tell them where else they can find the clothing and become part of this culture that you're bringing in. And I would, you know, challenge. If you could talk a little bit about some of the artists that have helped influence and create um, this the wardrobes that Lux has been designing. I'd love to hear a little bit about some of the inner workings of the creation process.
Good.
Look at that. Bad boys, bad boys. My man, John Sally is a man, he's another one. Look at that. You got some of the best ofs coming forward to push this out. I'm happy to hear and looking forward to see, even the tall men can get some gear and look fresh and fly.
Yeah. We
Fabio Foreign, that's a Fabio is definitely on the rise. Now we have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on. What happened here? Thank you for calling. Thank you, Jennifer.
Question, for Mr. Blake. I was wondering, what advice would you give to uh just trying to break out in the market, as far as uh clothing, uh, things of that nature, and some of it's quite boring. It's you know, like like people tend to like the brand that they like. So this is why you have brands wrangling with
And his mentor was who? Walking. What's that person's name again? Yeah, and you want to just so this is coming from the experience of having, one of the industry leaders, you know, deposit that wisdom into Asibe, and that's where I can tell you that, your question is spot on, and the insight that he gave. I would just ask you, Asibe, if you can just describe what a skew is, because for the people that don't know what a skew is, if you can, put it in layman terms for us, so we know, is it start small? What does that mean?
Clothing is it's how you create your clothing. So when you think of clothing, which they come in different forms. So let's so we have a shirt that says solely across it.
Okay.
Holiday for with maybe any of those skills make it easy.
So
Like
Jennifer,
this that you got on Tommy now, that
yes.
would be one skill, but then it would come in other colors as well. I mean, like this
Yeah.
is how it kind of works.
Yeah, this is definitely one skew. It's like light pink, and
Yep,
it's good for summertime.
that's the skill, but this is basic skill in that, and then they make other colorways on specific. So it's make
Hmm.
couple, you know, things.
Okay. So Jennifer, are you still on the line with us, or did you drop off? Okay. Well, Jennifer, thank you for calling with your question. Definitely appreciate it.
Like,
And just, but these are the things, and this is how you get the light. And if Jennifer or anybody out there wanted to connect with you, how do they reach you? Do they go to the Soul to Sports You website, or how can they connect to the brand marketing extraordinaire, CB Blake?
uh, in regards to anything sort of strange, just or sort of
And that's spelled SOLD-SPORCHI.com. I just want to make sure everybody knows how to spell Soul Despochi. And
thank you.
but in terms of, you had some tremendous roles, and in acting. And what about there is, never give up, never quit. I mean, what else does it take to make sure that these unforgiving industries that you seem to be doing very well in, how do you get them to forgive, and make sure that you take your shot?
So date with
Well, it sounds like we have more to talk about, but I know that we're unfortunately out of time. Asibe, I'm so happy that you're able to join us on what happened here. But everybody know that, as Asibe said, go for it. You can find out more about his brand, Soldi Sporty, at soldi-sporty.com. We look forward to having you back in the near future. Hopefully
thank
we
you.
could pick up some more gems from you. But any final thoughts before you go?
I remember it.
Impossible is a myth,
Everything is possible.
and everything's possible. I'm picking that up. Impossible is a myth, and everything's possible. Let's go. Thank you, SCB.
Thank you.
America's home of free speech and legacy.